Being a sneakerhead in Crosby definitely has its challenges. You know, it's somewhat close to Houston, but we're not close enough to where I have the availability that everybody does. I'm Gabriel Vargas. I'm from Crosby, Texas, and I am a sneakerhead. To define Crosby as a whole, I would say that it's a lot of barbecue, rodeo, and football. Every Friday night, that's where everybody gathers. This is where they all are. Keep the boxes lined up, and I have a couple racks for shoes. Here we have a few Air Max 1s, Air Max 0s. These released in 2015, I think. Comes with a little hang tag. You really don't see anybody with these anymore. There's some Dunks, SBs. These are actually a shock drop on sneakers, so very few people got them. But they were hyped up. You know, some people were lucky enough to get them, some people weren't. When I first got into sneakers, the price point was the biggest thing. Especially where my parents came from, they didn't really see the value in buying a shoe for $200. It was above the utility that you get out of it. Yo, what? The chickens are big.
Yeah, they are big. Well, there's just one here.
This is actually the chicken coop. So they've kind of modified what used to be a dog house into a chicken coop. Oh, there's one right here. Oh. My dad is originally from Mexico, and when he was 15 years old, he came to the United States with the rest of his family. How do you say the whole thing in Spanish, though? Gorditas con trompo? Is that how you say it?
De trompo.
Gorditas de trompo?
También dos tacos, uno de fajita y el otro al pastor. Yo creo que es al pastor, ¿verdad?
Being a Mexican-American means that I'm ingrained in more than one culture. And I think that's something that a lot of people are kind of missing, that they don't have different backgrounds to learn from. So this is gorditas de trompo, and we can actually peel this back and you can see what's inside. So it's the trompo, got some onions, cheese, and then I've got some lettuce and tomato I can add in, and a little bit of salsa over here also. There's so many moments where I'm discussing something or something comes up in life and people don't really understand, you know, like the culture behind it. But for me, I'm like, no, that's what we grew up doing. This is what brings the family together. This is kind of who we are. People don't focus on having sneakers here in Crosby. It's a lot of boots, it's a lot of boat shoes. It doesn't really align, you stand out amongst the crowd. So these are actually really cool. They just put this new sole on there with the air unit. And then blazers. These have made a real big come up lately. I think these are super cool too. Originally, my dad had a hard time understanding why I was paying so much money for shoes. Whenever we go out, people just come around and say, hey man, cool shoes. And he just looks at my shoes like, I guess those are worth something. I guess those mean something to people. But then again, that's the opportunity that he provided for me, right? Coming over here, that puts me in that position to be able to do that.